So in New York City, the statue created for and in honor of George Fentanyl Floyd was spray painted and quote unquote desecrated. Vandalism. It's being investigated as a hate crime. Why are they doing this? Yes, you can point to the utter hypocrisy of how the left went after statues of the Virgin Mary, went after religions, took down statues of Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, and yet these people were not even investigated. They did not throw FBI agents after them. And if they did catch any of these perpetrators, they just caught and released them. Those who tried to defend the statues of actual heroes were put in jail often, had the police on their asses. The reason that they're doing this, hypocrisy aside, is the fact that George Floyd, in this case, the statue, is a symbol. And if you dare to tear down their symbol, then you affect the way that their ideology is perceived by the masses. Go against the ideology, get a harsh punishment. Take down a symbol of the ideology, you can affect the ideology. You can say that you do not tread on me. George Floyd was a criminal. He held a gun during a holdup, during a house break-in to a pregnant woman's belly. He was engaged in massive numbers of crime, has a rap sheet a mile long, and he gets a statue only because he represents the communism that they wish to inject into the veins of the United States, the free veins, and to poison us with this horrendous ideology that has led to 100 million deaths around the world and misery wherever it's been tried. You go against the statue of George Floyd, you're going up against Big Brother. They can't throw you in jail yet because they haven't caught you, but they will. And they do that to those who took down Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, and all the other patriots around the United States that did something positive for our nation, that represents something great? No. But Fentanyl Floyd, the criminal, who died basically of an overdose and an unfortunate knee to his neck did not help, granted, is just a symbol for the left. And thus, they will prosecute to the fullest extent of the law anybody who interferes with the spread of their ideology. And the fact that this statue is in the middle of New York City is not for the good that it does, it's because it represents, once again, their horrific ideology and their movement that they wish to spread everywhere in the United States. And that's why the crimes are treated very, very differently. This is not justice being blind, not one bit. There are different levers of the justice system that they will pull the trapdoor out from under you if you go after their hero, George Floyd. Their hero because it allows them to say, don't you dare stand against us. That's the same reason that they went after the McCloskeys so hard, who went out to defend their property and themselves with their guns. Don't defend yourself. Don't stand up against us. No, you stand up. You stand up before it's too late. Don't tread on me? Hell yes. Stay off of our individual liberties. This is non-negotiable. Our freedom of speech is protected by the First Amendment of the Constitution. There's a reason that it was the First Amendment, and that is protected by the Second Amendment. And that's why they want to get rid of our guns. It's not for greater amounts of peace. No. It's so that they can run roughshod over everybody else. And that is really those who are in charge, their plan. And everybody else they try to convince is because of personal safety, that there's no reason for anybody to have guns. After they don't defend you during the riots, after they basically protect the rioters, after Kamala Harris urges publicly for funds to go and to the Minnesota Freedom Fund to bail out the rioters from jail. And yet they want to make it a hate crime to spray paint George Floyd's statue. Don't mess with the ideology. Don't mess with the poison that they're trying to inject into the American system. Peace and blessings, everybody. Stand up and say, "Niet, comrade. You will not overtake my liberty. This is what America was founded to protect." Peace and blessings. Thumb up the video, thumb it up, subscribe, all notification bell. Peace.